Let's go. Allegations about how allegedly, because Priscilla knew a couple people that they never would have expected the case was over, except it wasn't. The seizure was illegal. His PR went as far as to put out they could just get probation. Now, Todd, which included that Mark Braddock, something that I do as in this life, if it's not a good thing, that sin is then in my DNA and I pass that sin on to my child. So if I am a fraud and I steal, then I pass that fraud and stealing down to my child. Sins are passed down. Who knows what that means? Without a crystal ball, has not been lying. Just Todd Chrisley, Teresa and Joe Giudice, who was totally against any of these precautions. And Anna girl, like seriously. It's like the worst thing ever, like you're tainted and people are really, they've given their heart away to someone else, which isn't really a thing. The source said, and Anna and Josh denied denied forensics evaluation, loves to talk. And I'm like, how do you not say anything? I don't want to speculate. People that go into court that are like really good people, I'm feeling like a vibe of like casual right now. So yeah, I feel like that's been like the current situation on this channel. Y'all were like, I have a theory, and it's only a theory, and I've never been able to prove it. It seems as though my delivery in the video might have been lost, the being a celebrity life kind of thing, which is fine. That's a very insightful to even have the thought process. I am obsessed. It's like my one relaxation thing, if that makes sense. By the way, I'm doing this so you can marry my husband. Will you be a part of my divorce? I cannot, I would never. I would never. Who else does not like to share? Like when it comes to their spouses, I do not share. My husband is not for we are not sharing my husband. My husband is he's not communal property. I'm not getting a sister wife. I would never bring in his mistress to be a part of our divorce. I'm not divorcing him, by the way. We've been together for over 13 years, married for 12, almost 12. No, but weird. Oh, I can't. So manipulative, but still, why would you want to be on the divorce of the man you're about to marry? Because you know, theoretically, anyone could look at their marriage license now and be like, well, they got married not long after that. That's weird. Your coworker and your neighbor, that's still so weird to refer to them as your neighbor and your coworker, not even your friend. She's not even your friend. You said you loved her. She's your coworker. You've designated her to a coworker. Well, at least we know that you're on the show together. Mary, you said in legal documents that you didn't like him. Your tastes were so bad. You'll never reconcile. Why can't you just go away now? But like, leave him. I believed what you said then. Go. And stop putting this stuff on Instagram where y'all like, I love this man, or I'm never gonna leave him. I don't think much has changed. You should just move on because her neighbor and coworker helped her get a divorce. Who wants to hang out with your neighbor and coworker who helped you get a divorce and then married your husband? Not me. No way. There's no way will she ever want to stay in a situation where she's not happy. Well, sounds like we were all wrong. At least for now. Like, I'm just gonna pretend like this isn't going on. I'm just gonna fake it. I'm just gonna keep going. But because I work at home and my only employees are animals, like my cat that's sitting on the floor that you literally cannot see, I can work even when I'm not feeling good. Plus, I have all kinds of tea. Katie, why aren't you uploading all the time? Katie, this other channel did it more than you did. Katie, you're not getting all the scoops. So I feel like I have a lot of or I have a lot of like balls up in the air right now, and sometimes I drop one and sometimes I miss one. Kind of toxic. I don't have any like of my own tea. This is going to just be me adding commentary. I'm a dinosaur. Oh wait, no, I'm not. It's April Fool's. Haha. I'm not good with April Fool's jokes. I'm not much of a prankster. Are you a prankster? Tell me. I'm not. I don't do that stuff. Posting about tabloids? So weird. Anyways. So, North Carolina is where Kate lives, and can you believe this? Takes to heaven when rapture happens, or like when they return to the world. Getting into it with the internet, which has been happening, and have been throwing shade and then getting lots of backlash for it. What would you do to change directions and to get the focus off you and your naughty behavior? Well, so after throwing all kinds of shade, because why not? There's always something to talk about. So on March 7th, you know how you just get stuck in a rabbit hole and you've been just like, you're digging in the rabbit hole and you just keep searching and searching and searching and you're just like, oh my gosh, this rabbit hole is like endless. That has been my life for like the last 3 weeks, or 10 days ago, a month ago. That's how long the last 10 days have felt, to be honest. He showed up in my inbox. What? Like, let's just talk about it. I don't have any sort of like insider tea. There's fear being put into her that she must actually do this or she's going to be cursed, which is something that Robert Shin has admitted, that he curses people if they don't give him money and if they don't follow his rules and if they don't submit to him. Yes, this is a cult using the media in a really deceptive way to lure people into their group so that basically the cult can make money off of them. Is that being honest? Yes, every person has free will, but is it free will when you're being coerced and manipulated? Is it free will when you're not safe, or if leaving puts your life at risk, or makes your family's lives, might put your family's lives at risk, or you might be indebted to them? What if there were serious crimes happening that we haven't even uncovered? These are the questions that we're going to keep continuing to look for and find. And I will continue my search. Bye guys. Yikes. And they have gone back and forth over a lot of different issues. So we're gonna have a family meeting. Bye guys. Her meeting with her parents followed a series of live videos that she did on her TikTok in what I would call odd, to say the least. In one of the videos, she appeared to be laughing and overcompensating to show that she was happy.
Never felt safer.
I'm gonna fake it until I make it. We will get into that in a second video, but the first video is about Michelle Duggar, because she returned to Facebook, and she made a book recommendation on her Facebook page Facebook. She returned to Facebook. I have resting bitch face. I get a very serious look on my face. Did the FBI really come to my house looking for Brian Laundrie? Yes, not the FBI, but the police did. But I don't want to talk about that right now. Yay! I have no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Honestly. He is likely a sex addict. That's why he's fetishizing her and getting her pregnant constantly and kissing her and groping her and saying sexually inappropriate things to her in front of his children constantly and making sex such a big deal. So at the end of the day, like, you just, even if she wants to ignore all the evidence in court, that's a choice at this point. It's a choice for her to ignore the evidence. It's a choice for her to not look critically outside of this. The Duggars are financially helping her, and in order to leave, she would leave that financial security, which would be challenging.
Nobody gives a shit about Katie Joy Paulson.
So he tried to get all of those communications from me. He made it very clear on his podcast that he wanted these communications from me. And then he got people so ramped up and convinced that I was a racist, that I was doing all of these illegal activities, that I was neglecting my son, that I was committing Medicaid fraud, that during that period in the fall, the cops were called on me like so many times. We had the sheriff's office at our house so many times that we got to a point where they actually would just call. They would drive down to the bottom of the street, call, and then like be like, okay, we got another call. Like, is everything okay? People were swatting me. Like, his encouragement of people really amplified people, and it really emboldened people. And he was communicating with a lot of these anti-KJ people and following them and getting information from them. So it became this like super toxic, scary situation for me that I myself had to get the FBI involved, because I was like, what is going on here, you know? So I had to talk to the FBI in multiple jurisdictions and figure out what I was going to do. And there wasn't a lot I could do. But Todd didn't like that I went to the FBI. And I'm like, well, what? You can't just, you're trying to harass me. Like, you're trying to get people at my house. You're convincing them that I'm neglecting my son and that I might be lying about his diagnoses. And it's, you know, he's getting people to think that my child isn't sick. And then that's like creating this huge cascade. I mean, these rumors have been online, but when you have someone with a huge platform like that, it just creates even more of a buzz, and it invigorates lunatics to do lunatical things. He decides that he's going to try to get his whole family to sue me, including his daughter, Lindsay.
Farrah Abraham of Teen Mom and Backdoor Teen Mom, which she's probably most famous for, you know what I mean. Everybody's seen that backdoor.
That was it. That was basically it. That's the end.
May you pray with a good fire. I certainly am.